Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to this has to be day number 1. Yes, day number 1, week 13, spring 2025, day number 1, week 13, spring 2025 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight. It's certainly a delight of each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. What I want to do is just saying Monday the 30th, let's say the 31st, so ST. All right, so let's go ahead and head up. Today is Monday, the 31st of March, 2025. We have a few short weeks before your exams come. It's crazy how these weeks just flew by. But nonetheless, the time that is gone is already gone. Shouldn't cry over spilled milk. Just move forward and don't waste no more time. And put your best foot forward for these last few very short weeks that we'll be here. All right, so let's begin. The first question that we're gonna look at is gonna be like a percentage question. And so let's see how we are able to handle that percentage question. Ajani, are you there? Where's Ajani? Ajani, can you hear me? Where's Ajani? Where's Ajani? I can't hear from Ajani. Go ahead, Alea. Alea, can you read this question for me, please? The regular price.
The regular price of a purse is $139. The sale price is $106. Calculate the percentage saving.
Very good. And Laura, can you read this question for me as well? Laura, we can't hear you. Where's Laura? Go ahead, Amaya. Because we can't hear Laura.
The regular price of a purse is $159. The sale price is $106. Calculate the percentage saving.
Very good. Class, are we writing this down? Are y'all writing this question down? Let me know if you're writing this down, please. Besides Elisa
Yes,
Smith, the rest of you writing this down. Let me know if you're writing this down, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Antoine. Antoine, read the question for me, please. The regular price.
The regular price of a purse is $159. The sale price is $106. Calculate the percentage saving.
Percentage saving. All right, so you know what the question is by now. Does anyone know how we're gonna answer this question? What we want to figure out is what is the percentage saving. Okay, how are we gonna answer this question? Any ideas? Let me know, please, if you have any ideas on how we can answer it. Any ideas?
Good night.
Good night. You want to figure what is the percentage saving?
You're going to take 106 from 159?
Okay, that's the saving, but what we want to figure the percentage saving.
Do you have to
And when you
divide
take
it?
that away, put it over 100.
We can use proportion.
No.
Take away
Multiply and
159
divide by
from
100.
You said multiply and divide by 100?
Yes, sir.
Say it again. You want to multiply and divide by 100? I don't understand.
Multiply.
Say it again. What are we gonna do?
Multiply and divide by 100.
Who's speaking?
Mark.
Mark, you want to multiply and divide by 100?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. Okay, how are we gonna get the savings then? Since you might not know how to get the percentage saving, how are we gonna get the savings?
Subtract 159 by 106.
Subtract what?
159 by 106.
Very good. In order to get the savings, in order to get the savings, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, okay, what is 159 minus 106? So let's go ahead and subtract them and see what we get. So we have 159 minus 106, 0.06. Okay. When we subtract, 9 minus 6 is what? What is 9 minus 6? That's going to be, what is 9 minus 6, class?
3.
3, very
3.
good. And 5 minus 0 is 5.
5.
1 minus 1 is that. So that means that the
0.
savings, well, how much is the savings based on this?
53.
$53, very good. So we know that the
The percentage
savings,
is 53%.
the savings is $53. But we want to figure out the percentage savings. The percentage savings. We already know how to get the savings. What is the
53%.
percentage saving? No, it's not going to be 53%. Anyone else want to try? It's
know.
not going to.
53 over 100.
There's
No.
50 divided by 159, your price. And then times that by 100 or divide. Something like
Something like that. Chanel, you're the closest. If you would just pick one.
So
Multiply.
I think you'll do 53 divided by 159 and then times that by 100.
Say it
Final answer.
loud. Say it loud. Say it proud, because you're absolutely right. What we gonna do again?
53 divided by 159 and multiply that by 100.
Very good. Class, did y'all hear her? Did y'all hear what she said?
Yes, sir.
The rest of you, did y'all hear what she said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So she's
Yes,
saying
sir.
that we're gonna take the savings, right? So that's basically what the percentage saving is. You're gonna take the savings, right? Basically, so you're gonna take the savings, okay? And take the savings, and then you're gonna divide it by the regular price, or the cost price, okay? So we're gonna take the savings and divide it by the regular price, right? And then once you do that, you're gonna multiply that by 100 over 1. That's basically how you do it. That's basically the process. So if you're trying to find the percentage saving, we already know what the percentage is. So I already know what the savings is. The savings is 53. But if you're trying to find the percentage savings, we're gonna say savings over regular price, excuse me, multiplied by 100 over 1. And that's how we're gonna do that. And so with that being said, what we're gonna do here is, let me go ahead and write that down. So it's going to be, we have the savings, the percentage savings is gonna be equal to, like I said, savings divided by regular price, multiplied by 100 over 1. Class, what is the savings? What is the savings? What is the amount of the savings? 53, very good.
53.
53. And what is the regular price? The regular price is what?
159.
159. Very good. So we're gonna say 53, right? Which is the savings, right? 53, which is the savings, right? Divided by the regular price, which is 159, multiplied by 100. Okay, multiplied by 100 over 1. We put it over 1 because, well, we're trying to express it as a fraction. So 100 as a fraction of 100 over 1. Now, how are we gonna multiply these two fractions? How do we multiply fractions in this case? What are we gonna do in order to get this done? What are we gonna do in
Plus
order?
square across.
Say it again.
Plus square across. Like 53 times
Multiply,
100.
yeah, multiply straight across. That's what I'll do for you. So I'm gonna say 53 multiplied by 100. And what is 53 multiplied by 100?
5,300.
Let's give that gives us what?
5,300.
Very good, 5,300. And 159 multiplied by 1 gives us what?
159.
Very good. And so let's go ahead and do that. So there's gonna be percentage saving is gonna be 53 multiplied by 100 gives us 5,300. And then 159 divided by 1 gives us 159. So we have 5,300 divided by 159. And we're done, right? We just could, you know, pack our buys. We're done with this question. Nothing else we need to do.
Yes, sir.
No? So what else do we need to do? If you think that we have to do something, what else do we need to do?
We divide 159 into 5,300.
Very good. So we have to divide them. Very good. And so we see how many times does 159 go into what? Go into 5,300. Okay. Okay, so how many times does 159 go into 530? Let's do that first. Anyone?
Be 33.333.
I just want to know how many times does 159 go into 530?
33 times.
Say it again.
33 times.
33 times.
No. How many times does 159 go into 530? Well, we don't know how
3 times.
we don't know
3
how
times.
we don't know
3
our
times.
159 timetables, right? I don't know my 159 timetables. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna like try. I'm gonna like iterate, guess, right? So let's do 159 multiplied by. You say 3. Y'all say let's try 3. Let's try 3. So 159 multiplied by 3. 9 times 3 is what? 27. Put the 7 down. Put the 2 up. 3 times 5 is what? 15 plus 2 is 17. So it's
17.
17. Okay. And then 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 3. I mean, 3 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So it's going to be 477. It's 477. Right? When we multiply by 3, it's 477. But is that enough? Can we, because it's not 530,
No.
so can we do one? Let's do 4. Let's multiply by 4. See what we get. So 159 multiplied by 4. Again, we don't know our 159 timetable, so we're just trying to see which one goes into which. 4 times 9 is what? That gives us 36. Put the 6 down, put the 3 up. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 3 is 23. And this is going to be here. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So it's going to be 636. Okay, 636. And so we have here is 636. This is too much for 530. So we have to do 159 multiplied by 3. We can't use 4 because 4 is too much. Class, what is 159 times 3? What is 159 times 3? What is 159 times 3, class?
477.
477.
Very good, 477. 477. And we subtract it. And we say 0 minus 7. We can't do that, right? So we have to do, this becomes 2. Okay, this becomes 2. This becomes 1. 10 minus 7 is what? 10 minus 7 is 3. 2 minus 7, we can't do that, right? We can't do 2 minus 7. So we have to do, right? Let's go ahead and we can't do 2 minus 7. So we have to do is we have to borrow from this 4. This becomes what? 12, right? So we have 12 minus 7. What is 12 minus 7? 7, 8, 9, 10,
5.
11, 12.
5.
5. Very good. So
5.
we get 5, 3. Now we have to bring down the 0.
3.
How many
Minus
times?
0.
How many times? So we have 530 again, right? 530 again. So we get the same 530. So that means that we're going to use 3 again, right? So let's use 3 again. So it's going to be 3 right here. Okay. So 159 times 3 gives us 477. So it's 477 minus 0 minus 7. We can't really do that. We have to go ahead and borrow. This becomes what? 2. This becomes what? 1. 10 goes into 7. But 10 minus 7 is what? That's what? 3. We borrow again from the 5. This becomes 4. And this becomes 12. So 12 minus 7. What is 12 minus 7? That gives us what? 12 minus 7 is 5. Okay. So we have 53. Class, what do we do at this point? What do we do at this point? What do we do at this point? Say it again.
Marginal zero.
A
Put a
margin.
decimal.
Put a decimal. Who said put a decimal?
Morris.
I agree. We put a decimal point. Class, what does the decimal point gives us the permission to do?
Add a zero.
Add imaginary zero. So we're gonna add imaginary zero right there. And look at here, we get 530 again. This thing is playing with us. How many times does 159 go into 530?
Are we supposed to stop?
How many times does 159 go into 530?
3 times.
3 times, very good. And so 159 times 3 is going to be 477. 477. But we already been down this road before. We already know what this is, right? 530 minus 477. 0 minus 7, we can't really do that. It's going to be 2. It's going to be 10. 10 minus 7 is what? What is 10 minus 7? What is 10 minus 7? 3, very good.
3.
3. And we have 2 minus 7. We can't do that, so we're going to borrow. Okay, so we have to borrow. And so this becomes 4. Okay. And this is 12. So this is 1, 2. So we have 12 minus 7. What is 12 minus 7? 7,
5.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 5. So it's going to
5.
be 53. Good. So that's 53. But we already have the imaginary 0, so that gives us the permission. We already have the decimal point, so that gives us the permission to add the imaginary 0 here. Okay. All right, so we have 530 again. All right, so how many times does 159 go into 530?
3.
3 times, very good.
Again.
3 again. 159 goes into 530 3 times. That's going to be 159 multiplied by 3, which gives us what? 477. All right, and let's subtract. And so we have, this is going to be 0 minus 7. We can't do that. So it's going to be what? 2. And this is what? 10. What is 10 minus 7? 10 minus 7 is what? 10 minus 7 is 3.
3.
Yeah, 3. 2 minus 7. Can't do that. It's going to be just going to be 4. 4 minus 4. Bring out what? That's going to be 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Now, what y'all think we should do at this point? I think we should continue going on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
No, sir.
No,
Oh,
sir.
no. So what's the solution? What is this telling us? What is this telling us? That's
Put a
what.
line over 3.
Say it again, Nakaria.
That is gonna keep it.
Say it again,
Put a line
Nakaria.
over the 3.
Very good. Put a line over the 3. Very. And what does the line tell us?
That is gonna
That is
keep
the
repeating.
wrong one.
Very good. That's recurring. It's recurring. It's going on and on and on. And so we're gonna put a line on top of the 3 right there to indicate that it's a recurring decimal. It's a recurring decimal. And so we have 33.33333. So that means that the percentage savings, okay, that means the percentage savings is actually going to be equal to what? 33 point what? 0.33%. Okay. All right. Does that make sense to y'all? Let me know if that makes sense to y'all, please. Again, let me know if that makes sense to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So-
Again, let me know if that makes sense to y'all. Yes, Shania.
So, if we just put 33%, would it be wrong? Because, like, on the flyer or something, it'll say 33% off or something.
No, you can't just say that because they have 33 would be wrong. 33 would be wrong. Okay. You have to continue it on. Now, what you could say if you wanna be like a whole number, you could say 33 1/3%, right? Yeah, that's what 33 mean. You could say that, but you can't say just 33% flat out. That's not correct. All right, that makes sense.
Yes,
Chanel?
sir.
Good. All right, class, do you all have this written down? Let me know if you all have this written down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm only hearing from like 4 of you. The rest of you, do you have this written down? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Have this written down.
Yes, sir.
If you have this written
Yes,
down,
sir.
Yes, sir, I have it right now.
take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
you go back to the first slide, please.
This is the first one that we did. We haven't done anyone before this.
Okay.
All right. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Mia, do you understand this? Mia non-home. And
Yes, sir.
you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Ashwan Taylor, do you understand this? Ashwan Taylor, where's Ashwan?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir.
And Aiden Deal, do you understand this? Where's Aiden?
Yes, sir. I understand. Sorry, Mr. Petit. My phone is lagging very bad. right
Okay, okay. Have you sent in your work as yet, Aiden?
Yes.
Yeah, you need to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Caleb? Caleb, do you understand this? Where's Caleb?
Yes, sir.
Say it again.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and explain how we got 33.33 recurring.
So you subtract the original price from the sale price. And then you put what you get over the original price and you multiply it by 100 over 1. And then that's how you get your final answer.
I don't understand. Explain it some more. Say it again, but explain it with a little bit more detail.
So once you get your savings, you
Mhm.
put it over the regular price, and then
How
you
do-
multiply that.
How did I get my savings? What is my savings?
You minus 159 from 106,
Uh-huh.
which is the original price.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, you multiply by 100 over 1. We get 53 times 100 over 159 times 1, which is
Mhm.
5,300 over 159,
Mhm.
which gives us 33.33.
How do we get 33.33%? How do we get that? What do we do?
We divide
We divide it. Very good.
5,200 by 159.
Very good. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that for me. All right, let's move on from this. And I'm gonna move on to the next question. So if you do not have this, make sure take a screenshot because I'm about to move this.
I don't mean my was bugging.
All right, I can hear you. I can hear you, by the way. All right, so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move right along from this. Good. All right, so next question is this one. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you all, erase all this stuff from here. And then share my screen, clear all drawings. And then there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead with the next question. Go ahead. Carmelo Fernando. Can you hear me, Carmelo? Carmelo Fernando, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you go ahead and read this question, please? A saving account earns.
Okay. A saving account earns interest of 2.5% per year. Calculate the interest earned on $840 in 6 months.
Very good. Then we have Charlitha. Go ahead and read this question for me, please. Charlitha.
A savings account earns interest of 2.5% per year. Calculate the interest earned on $840 in 6 months.
Very good. And Shavarian, go ahead and read this question for me, please. Shavarian.
Pardon?
Go ahead and read this question for me.
A savings account earns interest of 2.3% per year. Calculate
2.5%.
Oh, I can see my bad. 2.5% per year. Calculate the interest earned on 840 in 6 months.
Very good. All right, so I want to know how to do this. Does anyone know how to answer this question? Hey, do you all have any idea of how to do this? Let me know, please, if you have any idea of how to answer a question like this.
Principal times rate times time.
It's Jordan. Who's Jordan? Jordan who? I don't know who that is. Jordan who? Jordan who? iPhone 11. Who? Jordan. I don't know. I don't know about Jordan Ritchie. Oh, Jordan Ritchie. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Okay, that makes sense. All right, go ahead. What's her name? Alea.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
I was saying principal times rate times time over, I'm pretty sure, 100.
You asking me, you telling me, you guessing. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about
It's a bit. It's a bit deep.
Okay. Calm it down. Calm it down.
You put the 2.5.
Breathe. Give me the formula.
Yeah,
Give me the formula.
principal times rate times time.
Divided by what?
100.
Very good.
The principal
Wait, 1 second. Class, do you remember that formula for the simple interest? Do you remember that formula?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I always forget to put it over 100.
You always forget to put it over 100. Don't forget to put it over 100. All right. So it's gonna be the formula for simple interest, right, is P times R times T all over 100. What does the P stand for? What does the P stand for?
Principal.
The principal. Very good. What does the R stand for?
Rate. Interest rate.
Rate, interest rate. And what does the T stand for?
Time.
Time, all over 100. By the way, what do we mean when we say principal? What do we mean by principal? What does principal mean?
The original price.
No, not original price. What does principal mean?
The interest earned every.
No. What does principal mean?
The principal is the original amount.
No.
The deposit.
Interest earned.
No.
The deposit.
No.
The money that you came to
The price that you want to
the money.
save
The
towards.
interest.
No. I already gave this definition before. I don't know how much times I got to give this definition.
It's the money that you invest in.
Okay, that's part of it. So the amount invested, or it could be what? So the principal is either the amount invested or the amount borrowed. If you have a pen, write that down somewhere. So principal is the amount invested or the amount borrowed. Okay. And you have rate or interest rate, which is 2.5% in this case. Now, time is always in what? Time is always in what? Or should be always in what?
Yes.
Yeah, time should always be in years. And so here we have this thing says 6 months. How are we gonna do that? Like, remember, time is always in years. So how does that work?
We can say like 6 half of like 0.5.
0.5.
12.
6 over 12. Interesting. So let's go ahead and fill this out. First thing, P is principal. Principal is 840. We know that is the amount invested. Then we have the R. R is the rate. The rate is 2.5%. And then you have the print, and you have the time. Remember, time is always given in years. And so if we have 6 months, in terms of a year, 6 months is actually half of a year. So it's going to be 6 divided by 12, because there are 12 months in the year, which gives us 0.5 years. How many persons think they would get that 0.5? Right? That you would get that 0.5. Yeah. 6 point. So you have to put 0.5. You can't put 6 because it's not 6 years. All right. So now all we need to do is we need to plug in our values. That's all we need to do. We need to plug in our values. And so what we have P, which is for the principal. By the way, if you have the answer, you can put inside the chat. Top 3 would be noticed. All right. So P is 840. So let's go ahead and mark that down. P is 840. Okay. P is 840. The rate is 2.5. That is 2.5 right there. And the time is 0.5. Okay, time is 0.5. And so we just have to multiply these things out, right? And so we have to say 840 multiplied by 2.5. Let's go ahead and multiply that. So we have 840 multiplied by 2.5. Let's go ahead and multiply this. And what do we have here? It's going to be 5 times 0, which is 0. 5 times 4, which is 20. Put the 0 down. Put the 2 up. 5 times 8, which is 40 plus 2. This is going to be 42. And so we put the 0 down. 2 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. And so we have 16 here. And so we go ahead and add this out. And we have 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0 as well. 8 plus 2, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. Put the 0 down. Put the 1 above. 6 plus 4 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. It's going to be, put the 1 down, put the 1 up. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. So it's going to be, it's going to be about 21,000. That's going to be answer, 21,000. That's that, 21,000.
Yes, sir.
Really?
No, you got to put
You have
the
to divide by 100.
okay, put the decimal.
I have to divide by 100. So my answer is 21,000. That's
Oh,
what's
no,
gonna
you
be.
have to put
We have to put
10
the
divide.
you have to put the decimal point, right? So we put the decimal point right there.
Yes, sir.
Right, decimal point right there. Then after we put the decimal point, we have to do what? We have to do what? Multiply by, so it's gonna be equal to, so this equals to 2,100, right? 100 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 0. Point what? 0.5. Okay. All over what? All over
100.
all over 100. Very good. Can we not cancel? I would cancel out. If it was me,
Yes.
I would cancel out. That's gonna be equal to what? This equals to, we know that this 0 cancel out, and this 0, not 0 cancel. So we're left with what? 21 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 0.5. Right, multiplied by 0.5 over 1. Over 1. Now, all I need to do now is I'm going to say 21 multiplied by 0.5. Let's go ahead and do that. So we have 21 multiplied by 0.5. So we have what? 5 times 1. What is 5 times 1? 5 times 1 is...
It'd be 1. It'd be
5 times 1 is what? 5. 5 times 2 is what? 5 times 2 is
10.
10. Very good. 10. We put the 0 as the placeholder. 0 times 1 is what? Ooh, that's bad. That's horrible, actually. All right. 0 times 1 is what? 0. 0 times 2 is what? 0.
0.
We put the plus here. And it's going to be equal to 5 plus 0 is 5. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay. This is going to be, this is the point. So we're going to put the point right here. So it looks like it's $10.50. All right. So class, I got $10.50. Do you all understand how I got that for the simple interest? I got $10.50. Do you all understand how I got that for my answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. The rest of you, do you understand how I got $10.50? Let me know, please, if you all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, put 10.5.
Say it again.
I just to put $10 and I just to put 5 instead of the 0. What I get that wrong?
No, it's all right. 10.5,
Okay.
$10.50, same thing. But since it is money, you want to be sensitive to the 50 cents. So you would put that extra 0 at the back, but it's not wrong, right? So the same thing. All right. Go ahead and take a picture of this work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Go ahead and take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Joseph, do you have this written down? Where's Joseph? Joseph, do you have this written down? Joseph Kalmar?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And Cleveland, do you have this written down? Where's Cleveland? Cleveland, where's Cleveland? I can't really hear from Cleveland. Danielle Johnson, where's Danielle Johnson? Danielle
Yes,
Johnson.
sir.
Do you have this written down? Danielle?
Yes, sir.
All right, have you sent in your work? Danielle?
No, sir, I send him now, though.
All right, you need to send in your work. D'Angelo Smith, do you have this written down? Where's D'Angelo Smith? D'Angelo Smith?
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
writing
sir.
this down?
Yes, sir.
You need to not only write it down, but you have to send in your work as well, all right? You understand me?
Yes, sir.
How about Denaj Moss? Denaj Moss, can you hear me? That's Denaj Moss.
So,
Have you sent in your work?
no, sir, I'm still writing down.
So writing it down. All right. Is there anyone who do not understand how I got $10.50? You just do not understand how I got it? Let me know, please, if you don't understand how I got $10.50. So all of us got it? Okay. Where is what's her name? Dior Smith. Where's Dior? Dior? Dior Smith? Where's Dior Smith? Can't hear from Dior. Dior Smith, are you there? Where's Dior Smith?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how I got $10.50?
I mean, I understand, but sometimes I don't really understand at the same time.
Okay, go ahead and explain what you understand so far. So start with the prince. Go ahead and explain it to me.
Yeah, I understand like the principal times rate times time, but like I don't understand like how you get 10.50.
Okay, so explain it to me as if you were going through the problem. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dior. All right, so we have what? We have P is what? What is P, Dior?
Principal.
And that is what?
840.
That is what? What is the principal?
840.
And what is the rate?
2.5.
Good. And then the time is what?
6 months.
6 months. Very good. But what is 6 months in terms of a year? What is 6 months in terms of a year? 6 months is what? We have to turn that into years, so we divide 6 by 12, so that's gonna be what?
0.5 years.
Very good, or half of a year. That's basically what it means. Because if there are 12 months and we have 6 months already, 6 months is half of a year. That's why we have the 0.5. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And so we have P, which is 840, R, which is 2.5, and T, which is 0.5. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply 840 by what?
2.5.
Good, and when we multiply them all, 2.5 and 840, we got what? 2,100. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
And we put the decimal point here, and we put that here because we only have one number behind the decimal point, so we're gonna put one number with a decimal point right after one number. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
So that's actually 2,100 right there. We don't care about this last zero. So we have 2,100, but we have to multiply it by 0.5, right? But before we do that, we did what did the zeros? What did we do?
Cancel them out.
We cancel out, so we're left with what?
21
Times what?
0.5.
Times 0.5 all over?
1.
All over 1, very good. And so we multiply 21 times 0.5, which we did right here. 21 and 0.5, we multiply them out, and so that gives us what? $10.50, or 10.5, and that's how we got that 10.5. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have you sent in your work as yet?
No, sir.
You need to send your work, Dior. Take a picture of your work and send it to me. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, the rest of us, do we understand this? Can we move on? The rest of us, let me know, please, if you all understand this and we can move on from this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let me go ahead and take a screenshot of that, and then we have that there. So I got 10.5 right there. Cloud drawings 10.5. All right. So let's go ahead and move right along. So we have this next question. I want y'all to be able to see it properly. So let me go ahead and make sure y'all can be able to see this properly, because I know some of you are not able to see it when it's so high. And so let's bring this down some more so y'all could be able to see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So we say, go ahead. There's Destiny Taylor. Destiny, can you read this to me, please? Linda is paid.
Linda is paid $12.40 per hour for the first 36 hours of a regular work week. Overtime is paid at time and a half. This week, she worked 42 hours. A, calculate her earnings for I, the regular 36 hours worked.
Very good, thank you. And Destiny Johnson, can you read this for me? Linda is paid.
Linda is paid $12.40 per hour for the first 36 hours of a regular work week. Overtime is paid at a time and a half. Yeah. This week, she worked 42 hours. Calculate her earnings for the regular 36 hours worked.
Very good. And Dexter Hannah, where's Dexter Hannah? Dexter Hannah, can you hear me? Where's Dexter? Dexter Hannah. Dior, where's Dior? Dior Borrows. Dior Borrows, can you hear me? Dior Borrows, can you hear me, Dior? Can't really hear from Dior. Dior Borrows, can you hear me? Where's Dior? Can't hear from Dior. Elkanique? Elkanique. Elkanique Lloyd. Where's Elkanique? Can't really hear from Elkanik, yeah, I don't think your mic is working. Can you hear me, Elkanik? I was hearing you a few moments ago. I don't think your mic is working. And Aikisha, where's Aikisha?
Yes.
Okay, good. Can you read the question for me?
Linda is paid $12.40 per hour for the first 36 hours of a regular work week. Overtime is paid at the time of a half. This week she worked 24 hours. The regular 36 hours worked.
Thank you. All right, so class, are you writing this down? Let me know if you're writing this down, please. Or y'all finished writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The rest of you, have you written this? Are you writing this down? Let me know if you're writing this down.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Cambridge.
I just wanna
Mm-hmm.
I was asking to get the answer, would you have to like time her per hour by 36?
That's a good question. How are we gonna get the answer? She is paid $12.40 per hour, right? And it's 36 hours that she worked. But it says they want us to figure out her earnings for the regular 36 hours work. So how are we gonna get an answer? Does anyone know how we gonna get her earnings for a regular 36 hours work? What y'all think we're gonna do?
Multiply.
Multiply what?
Her 12.40 times 36.
$12.40 times 36. All right. Is $12.40 per hour a good hourly wage, or y'all think that's too low or too high or in the middle? What y'all think?
I feel like that's okay.
I would love to see that over here.
You love to sit over here. All right. So it's gonna be $12.40 multiplied by 36. All right, $12.40 multiplied by 36. So we have to multiply it out, right? When y'all multiply, what did y'all get? I'm gonna do mine right now. $12.40 multiplied by 36. Again, when y'all multiply yours out, what do you get? Okay, let me know what y'all got. All over. Y'all didn't get your answer yet? 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 4 is 20. Put the 2 down. Wait, 6 times 4 is 24.
446.40.
Say it again.
446.40.
40. Put inside the chat for me, please. 446.40. Anyone else get another answer or the same answer? 6 times 2 is 12 plus 2 is 14. Put the 4 down. Put the 1 above. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, so I've got 7 now. And then I put 0 as a placeholder. 3 times 0 is definitely 0. 3 times 4 is, well, 3 times 4 is 12. Put the 2 down. Put the 1 above. Okay, put the 1 above. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And then 3 times 1 is 3. Okay. And so let's add these things up. We know 0 plus 0 is 0. We know 4 plus 0 is 4. We know 4 plus 2 is 6. We know 7 plus 7 is 14. Put the 4 down, put the 1 above. 3 plus 1 is what? 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay. We have these two numbers here behind the decimal point. So that means that we have to move it twice. So it's going to be right here. And so what I got was 446.40. Did anyone else get that? 446.40. Did anyone else get that? Let me know if you got that as well, please.
Yes, sir.
Got that?
I did. Yes, sir.
Very good. The rest of you, did y'all get 446.40?
Yes, sir. I also got the same.
I know if you got that. Do you all understand how we got it? Let me know if you all understand how we got this. Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. That was only like 3 of you. The rest of you, can you all let me know if you all understand this? Let me know if you all get it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ethan Adderley. Where's Ethan Adderley? Ethan Adderley. Can you hear me, Ethan? Ethan Adderley. All right, so that Ethan is not, I can't have from Ethan Adderley. How about Ethan Smith? Is Ethan Smith there? Ethan Smith. I can't have from both Ethans. Frambergy, where's Frambergy? Can you hear me? Frambergy.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got our answer? $446.40. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Empress. Do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Travanti, where's Travanti? Do you understand how we got this, Travanti? Travanti, I can't hear you, but can you answer in the chat? Let me know if you understand how I got this. All right, so that's the earnings for 36 hours of work. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. We're gonna move on to the next one. Okay. So we already know her earnings for regular 36 hours work. We want to figure out how much did she get paid for 1 hour overtime.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
You go back for a second.
Yes, I can. So we want to figure out how much does she get paid for 1 hour overtime. You know, to rewrite the top part, just gonna write.
Thank you.
Just go ahead and write I. We want to figure out how much does she get paid for 1 hour overtime. Anyone have any ideas on that? How are we gonna figure out how she's gonna get paid for 1 hour overtime? What's your how y'all got? What y'all thinking? How are we gonna get paid for 1 hour overtime? What are we gonna do?
Instead of multiplying it by 36, multiply it by 37 because initially it was 36 hours she worked. So since she's working an hour overtime, we have to multiply it by 37.
You said we have to multiply by 37 instead of 36. That's how we're gonna get how the amount for 1 hour overtime. Anyone else want to try?
I think we divide the answer we already have.
Go
That's
ahead,
just my idea.
Aiden. Go ahead, Aiden Bean, and then we can go with Aiden Deal.
$12.40 times 1.5.
He said $12.40 times 1.5. So Amaya is saying $12.40 multiplied by 37. Aiden is saying $12.40 multiplied by 1.5. Aiden Deal, what you think? Aiden Deal.
I don't want to answer no more because I feel stupid.
You don't have to feel stupid.
I'll continue.
You don't have to feel stupid. We do not discriminate in this class. If anyone ever felt discriminated against, we apologize. We don't do that. This is a class of peace and equal
Mr. Petit.
opportunity. What happened?
And learning.
And
Thank you. I
learning.
really
You
appreciate
said we
And
don't
learning.
discriminate, and you
And
tell me I
learning.
used to run this place.
And learning. All right.
It's okay, Antoine.
It's okay. All right. Okay. Someone said they wanted to try. I think. Oh, it's Genesis.
Yes, so he started right. I don't know why he got shy, but you have to times 1240 by 1.5, which is the time and a half. And then that would give you how much it is for 1 hour overtime.
Okay. So 12 and a half. Sorry. So when they say our overtime is paid at time and a half, what does time and a half mean? What does time and a half mean? When they say time and a half.
1.5.
Very good. Time and a half. We already know
1.5.
that time and a half means 1.5. And Amaya is not the only one who thinks that way, right? Where persons think, oh, they asked for 1 hour overtime. She worked 36, add 37. It's not that way. It's not that way. It's not 37, Amaya, right? You're gonna take the hourly wage, okay, which is $12.40, and multiply it by 1.5. And when we multiply it by 1.5, what do we get? You multiply it by 1.5. Let's go ahead and do that. So we have 1240. Again, it is time and a half. So that's why we multiply it by 1.5. So 1240, 1240 multiplied by 1.5, 1.5 all over. 5 times 0 is definitely 0. 5 times 4 is 20. Put the 0 down, put the 2 up. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. Put the 2 down, put the 1 up. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Good, put the 0 down. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 1 is 1. So that's what we have there. We add them. And so say 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's going to be 186. But how many numbers we have behind the decimal point? How many numbers we have behind the decimal point? We have how many?
3.
We have 1. This number's behind the decimal point, so that's 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 numbers behind the decimal point. So we have to move it 3 times. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be $18 and what? $18.60. All right. So how
So
much
I
is
was
she,
right. I wasn't retarded.
so so how much is she paid for 1 hour overtime? How much is Linda paid for 1 hour overtime, class?
$18.60.
$18.60.
Very good. $18.60. Do y'all understand how we got that, class? I mean, if y'all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead and take a
Mr.
picture of this
Petit,
and send it to me via
question.
WhatsApp. Go ahead.
We
Go
could
ahead.
use this to calculate your salary, right?
You can. Yes, you can. You can. You can.
Okay. So how much you would make like a day? Just
It depends. It depends on how the
speculation.
person's. It depends on how the person is paid. So if they're paid on an hourly rate, so in this case, this person is paid $12.40
I mean, you,
per
Mr.
hour.
Petit.
Me? Come
Yeah.
on, I broke. Ivory McKinsey. Where's Ivory? Ivory McKinsey. Can you hear me? Where's Ivory? Ivory, can you hear me? Ivory McKinsey, let me know if you can hear me. Jada, where's Jada? Jada, can you hear me? And Jaden, where's Jaden?
Right here.
Do you understand how we got it?
Yes, sir.
Explain how
Okay,
we,
Mr.
1 second. Explain how we got 1860, Jaden.
Okay, so you had to find 1 hour overtime. So you just multiply the 1240 and you multiply it by the time and a half, which is 1.5, and that's how you got the 1860.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Jada. Jaden. I think that's Jaden. Is there another Jaden in this class?
No, I think it's just Jada.
Jada. There should be another Jaden.
That's
There's another Jaden. Where's Jaden? Jaden Seymour. That's the name. Jaden Seymour. Okay, he's not responding. There we go. Jaden, how you doing? Jaden, did you send in your work as well as yet?
Yes, sir, I sent both. I sent all.
Send all. Do you understand how we got $8.60?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let's move on from this. So we already know what is 1 hour overtime. We also know what is what you get paid for a 36-hour week. So the next question says, what is her total earnings for this week? Total earnings for this week. So let's go ahead and do that. We want to figure what is our total earnings for this week. Anyone have any idea? How are we gonna get our total earnings for this week? Let me erase all this. Total earnings, calculate our
You
total.
wanna add up her pay as well as the extra time and a half.
What do you mean?
Like her whole pay, regular 42-hour pay, and then you add the time and a half with it.
Okay. So we're gonna add her regular pay. Do we agree with Miss Morris, or y'all think?
No, sir.
Say it again?
No, sir.
No? Really? So how are you gonna get it?
First we have to figure out how many hours overtime she worked.
So you're saying that we need to figure out how many hours of overtime. Why is that important?
Because we have to multiply 1 hour of overtime by the number of hours she worked.
Okay. So we have to figure out how many. That's a good point. How many hours of overtime did she work? So we have to figure that out, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do that. So the number of overtime hours that she work, it's gonna be what? What's gonna be her overtime hours? The number of overtime hours.
42 minus 36.
Say it again.
It'd be 6.
It'll be 6 hours overtime.
42 minus 36.
Very good.
When you minus 42 by 36, it gives you 6 hours overtime.
Where you get the 42 from?
Because that's how many total hours she worked.
And
Where you get that from? Does the question
It
say?
said right there on the
This
screen.
week she worked 42 hours.
Oh, okay. Now I understand it. Alea, are you shouting at me?
When did I shout Miss Routine?
So this week she worked 42 hours, right? And okay, but why are we subtracting it from 36? What's so significant about 36? I know she worked 42 hours, but what are we gonna do now?
The 36 is her regular hours to work.
Very good. The 36 is a regular hours work. And so we're gonna say 42 minus what? 36. So 42 hours minus 36 hours, right? And so we want to subtract them. So we say 42 minus 36. And when we subtract them, we have what? 6 hours, okay? So that's how many hours of overtime that she worked. Class, y'all understand how we got that? The number of overtime hours work. Let me know if y'all understand that, please. Before I move on. Let me
Yes,
just-
sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll get that. So now are we done?
Yes, sir.
We need to figure out our total
No.
earnings. So we have to do so far. What we have to do right now? We have to do what? We have to basically figure out our
Multiply.
overtime pay. So we have to do what?
Multiply by 1 hour of overtime.
Very good. So we're gonna say overtime pay for 6 hours, right? It's gonna be what?
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna join on a different device real quick.
No problem. So overtime pay for 6 hours is gonna be what? What's overtime pay for 6 hours? For 6 hours of overtime. We already know how much she's paid for 1 hour overtime. That was like $18.60.
$18.60.
Yeah, so we
Times 6.
yeah, so that's what we have to do. So we have to say $18, okay, and 60 cents. Okay, multiplied by
6.
6.
I gave you $111.60.
0 times 0 is 0. 6 times 6 is 36. Put the 6 down, put the 3 up. Okay. 6 times 8 is what? What is 6 times 8? 6 times 8 is, what is 6 times 8?
48.
48 plus 3.
51.
48, 49, 50, 51. Put the 1 down. Put the 5 above. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 5 is 11.
5 is 11.
Okay. So that's what?
Tell you.
So
$111.60.
so we have to, there's 2 numbers behind it, there's no point. So we're gonna put this
You
right
gotta
here.
put the decimal right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, very good. So this is gonna be 1. This is gonna be 1. This is gonna be 1. Good. And so let's go ahead and it's gonna be, so my bad, it's gonna be $111.60. Okay, $111.60. All right, class, y'all understand that? Let me know, please. Y'all understand that so far?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now that we
Yes,
have,
sir.
now that we have our overtime hours, right? We need to figure out what is the total earnings. Okay, the total earnings. And so total earnings is gonna be what? It's gonna be the regular pay plus what? Regular pay
Plus the $111.60.
Very good. Plus overtime pay. Regular pay plus overtime pay. Okay, regular pay plus overtime pay. Okay. And so we have to add them. And so when we add them, let's go ahead and add them. What is the regular pay? What we got for regular pay? What do we get for regular pay?
$446.40.
Very good. $446 and $446 and
40 cents.
and 40 cents. Plus $111.60. And so we have to add these two together. And let's add them. So it's gonna be, so it's gonna be
I give you $558.
$558.
Yes.
So let's add 446.40 plus, right? Plus 1
One. 0.60.
0.60. Right. So we say 0 plus 0, which is 0. 6 plus 4 is 10. Put the 0 down.
10.
Put the 1 up. 6, 7, 8. That's going to be 8. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. This is 558.00. And so what we have here is we have $558 basically. So we have, I got $558. Did y'all get that? Let me know if y'all understand.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if y'all understand that. Let me know if y'all understand how I got that. Let me know if y'all get it. Let me know if you understand.
Yes, sir.
Besides Miss Morris, the rest of you, do you understand how I got?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go back, please.
Good. The rest of you, do you understand how I got this, please? Let me know, please. If y'all
Yes, sir.
understand how I got this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. This is the third one. Again, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Any questions? Anyone have any questions who do not understand? Let me know if you do not understand. If you have any questions and you don't understand how I got this. I still want to hear from Ivory. I'm not hearing from Ivory. Ivory McKinsey, can you hear me? There's Ivory. I'm not able to hear from Ivory. Again, are there any questions? Let me know if you have any questions, please. Judea? Is there a Judea in this class? Judea, can you hear me? Judea, can you hear me? Where's Judea? And not able to hear from Judea. Jordan Richie. Where's Jordan? Jordan, can you hear me? Where's Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Jordan. Explain how I got 558. Do you understand how I got it?
Mostly.
Mostly? Okay, so try to explain How we got it?
So you find the number of overtime hours worked, and you subtract the two, and you get your answer. Then you find your overtime pay for that 6 hours, and then you multiply it by 18.60, because $18.60, and that equals $111.60. So to find the total earnings for that week, you'd have to get the regular pay plus the overtime pay, which would equal 558.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Jasmine, Rose, do you understand this? Where's Jasmine?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, good. And where is what's her name? Jed Monroe. Jed Monroe, do you understand this? Jed Monroe. Where's Jed Monroe? All right, so take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let's move from this. Okay, so the next question that we asked in here is, we want to calculate her national insurance contribution for last week. Let me go ahead and erase all of this. Go ahead, Judea, can you hear me? Judea? How do I pronounce your name? Judea, can you hear me? Where's Judea? I'm not able to hear her. And Jerusalem, can you hear me? Where's Jerusalem? Where's Jerusalem? Jerusalem, can you hear me? Can't hear from Jerusalem. Janae Williams? Where's Janae? Janae Williams. Okay, can't hear from Janae. Kushana Store. Where's Kushana? Where's Kushana? For those of you, when I call your name, make sure you're able to respond. Make sure you're ready to respond. All right. Cavante Capron. Where's Cavante? Cavante Capron. Okay, can't hear from Cavante. And Kiajane. Kiajane, can you hear me? Not hearing from Kiajane either. Kevin Wallace, can you hear me? Where's Kevin? Kevin Wallace, can you hear me? Where's Kevin? And Caleb. Caleb, can you hear me? Where's Caleb?
Yes, sir.
Not that Caleb. Caleb with a K. Caleb with a K.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? All right. Go ahead and read this question, please. Last week, Linda. Can you see it, Caleb? The question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and read the question for me.
Last week, Linda's total earnings were $465. The employee national insurance contribution was 3.4% of total earnings. Calculate her national insurance contribution for last week.
Very good. Do you know how to do this, Caleb?
When I work, I should be able to.
Say it again.
I should be able to.
Okay, explain how we get our answer. 1 second. Go ahead, Caleb, explain how we get it.
And choose put 3.5 over 100 and times it by 465.
Okay. 3.5 over 100 and times it by 465. Why would you say that?
This is looking for the 3.7% of the 465.
Okay. So he's saying that we have to do 3.4% of the total earnings. And they said last week our total earnings was 465. And they say calculate the national account for last week. Okay, for last week. So you say 3.4 over 100. That's what you said, Caleb?
Yes, sir.
I agree. Very good. And so we say 3.4% multiplied by 465. The reason why it's 465 is because that is her total earnings for last week. Okay. So 3.4% of, we know that of means to multiply. Of means to multiply. So of means to multiply. So 3.4% of her total earnings. Okay. So 3.4% multiplied by 465. Okay. So it's going to be 3.4 over what? 100 multiplied by 465. And what I think we should do, we should multiply them, right? So let's go ahead and multiply them. 3.4 multiplied by 465 and 100 multiplied by 1. Let's go ahead and multiply these two. So we have 465, 4, 6, 5. I want to multiply that by 3.4, 3.4. And we say 4 times 5 is what? What is 4 times 5? That's going to be 0. 4 times 5 is 20. Put the 0 down, put the 2 above. 4 times 6 is 30 plus 2 is 32. Put the 2 down, put the 3 up. 4 times 4 is what? What is 4 times 4? That gives us what? Class, what is 4 times 4?
16.
16, very good. 16 plus what? Plus 3, which is what? 16, 17, 18, 19.
19.
19, very good. So it's going to be 1, 9. All right, put the 0 down. 3 times 5 is what? 3 times 5 is what? Hello, class. Let me know. What is 3 times 5?
15.
15, very, 15, very good. So it's going to be, put the 5 down. Put the 1 above. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. So put the 9 down. Put the 1 up. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Okay. Then we add 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 2 is 7. 9 plus 9 is 18. Put the 8 down, put the 1 up. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay. And we put the decimal point right here. Since there's only one number behind the decimal point. So what we have here is just going to say 1, 5, 8. 1587. Again, we don't need the 0.0. All over 100. All over 100. So 1587 divided by 100. Okay. And so what we have here is we have to divide them. So what is 100 divided by, sorry, what is 1587 divided by 100? Remember how I told you all how to divide by 100? So what is 1587 divided by 100? Do you remember how to divide by 100? Let me know.
I do it.
Go ahead.
I think 15.87.
15.87. Okay. Very good,
Yes, sir.
Trinasia. So we move it over twice, right? So 1,
Yes, sir.
2. Very good. So it's gonna be $15.87. Because what we did is we divided by 100. And so the answer is 1587. All right, any questions on this? Let me know if you have any questions on this. Let me know if you have any questions on this. Hello class, do you all have any questions?
Yeah, the 15.87 after you have 100 over 1587.
8.87. I multiply wrong then. 465, 3.4 multiplied by 465. Oh, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I trying to figure out where the 7 come from.
Yeah, so I multiply wrong. It's 1.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, go ahead.
My phone is about to die, and I left my charger in the car, in my car in here right now. So if my phone die, I could try and see if I could find a different device to log on.
No problem. So let's go back up here. So what do we do wrong? We say 4 times 5 is, put the 0 down, put the 2 up. 4 times 4 is 24, 25, 26. That's the problem right now. 26. 24, 20, yeah, right there. 4 times 6 is 24, 25, 26. And then 4 times 4 is 16.
4 is 16 and 1 is 17.
Yeah, 17. Yeah. Let me multiply again. Let me just multiply that again. So again, we have 465, 4, 6, 5 multiplied by 3.4, 3.4 all over. 4 times 5 is what? 20.
20.
Put the 0 down, put the 2 up.
0, carry the 2.
4 times 6 is 24 plus
24.
2 is 26.
26.
Put the 6 down, put the 2 up. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2.
2 is 18.
18. Put the 0 down. Let's do another color. So let's say we have 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Put the
15.
5 down, put the 1 up. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19.
18. 1 is 19.
3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13.
12 and 1 is 13.
All right. 0 plus 0 is a 0. 6 plus 5 is 11. Put the 1 down. Put
11.
the 1 up. 9 plus 9 is 18.
18.
Okay. 3 plus 2 is
5.
5. 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is going to be put the point here. So this is going to be the point here. So it's going to be 1581. 1581. All right. And so that means if we move it over twice, 1, 2, it's going to be $15.81. All right. All right, class, does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense.
Thank you, guys. Wondering what I did wrong.
Yeah. The rest of us, does that make sense to y'all? Let me know if that makes sense to y'all, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's only a few of you that answered. The rest
Yes,
of you
sir.
are not answering. So does it make sense? $15
Yes,
and
sir.
81
Yes.
cents. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Kaino, do you understand this? Where's Kaino? Kaino, do you understand this? Kaino. Kaino, can you hear me? Where's Kaino? And Crimson, does this make sense? Crimson, can you hear me? Where's Crimson? And Kylie. Kylie and Kyla, can you all hear me? And does this make sense to you all? Where's Kylie and Kyla? The rest of us, take a picture of your work and send to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send to me via WhatsApp. Lavender Johnson, do you understand this? Where's Lavender?
So,
Do you understand this? Where's Lavender?
Yes, sir.
Lavender, do you understand how I got $15.81?
Yes, sir.
Explain how I got it.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. My laptop blanking out. I can restart it, please.
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Lavender.
Thank you.
So you multiply the contribution, which was 3.4% over 100, and then you times it by the earnings, 465.
Mhm.
And when you multiply that, you will get 1581. And then you divide it by 100.
Very good. And I
And
give us
that's how you get your answer.
Very good. So this is a national contribution for last week. That's a national contribution for last week. So let's move on from this question. So, yes, Chanel?
I just want to ask a question. You
Uh,
would say why did you multiply it again? Why
Well,
did you?
that's a good question. So it says 3.4% of her total earnings. Of means multiply. So we're gonna say 3.4% of, so that's why we multiply it, her total earnings. So we multiply because it's a of. We're trying to find the percentage of something. So we have to multiply it. All right. Make sense? Chanel?
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's move on to the next part of this question, which says, so if we did that, the next part is we want to calculate our net earnings. Our net earnings. And when we say net earnings, what does net earnings mean? Net earnings. Y'all don't know what net earnings mean?
The money that we had after national insurance already take away the $15.81.
Very good. The amount of money that she had, who said that? That was Chanel. Very good. The amount of money that she had, the amount of money that she had after national insurance already took what they are taking. Now, how much does national insurance that she have to pay for national insurance contribution? How much does she have to pay? We discovered that in the previous question. How much does she have to pay for national insurance contribution?
$15.81.
Very good, $15.81. And so what that means is that we're gonna say, okay, well, her net earnings is gonna be her, what her total earnings was, $465, okay, minus $15.81. So let's go ahead and subtract those. So we have
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Why did you use the 558?
That's a good question. The reason why we didn't use that is because they said, they preface it by saying, if you look at the previous question, they said, last week her total earnings were 465, right? So they switched it over to last week. So we're dealing with her national insurance for last week. We're dealing with everything for last week, not this week. All right. Now, some questions you have to do for the same week that you did, but in this question they switch it back to last week. Understand?
Yeah, so if they did tell us to use the same week, then we would have to use the 550.
Yeah. So 465. 465. Okay. 0.00 minus and what it was, $15 and what? $15 and 81
cents.
81 cents.
81 cents, very good. What y'all got when y'all subtracted them? Let's go ahead and subtract. So we have 0 minus 1. We can't do that. It's going to be what, 4? This is 10. This is 9. This is 1. 10 minus 9 is what? Sorry, 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 8 is 1. 4 minus 5, we can't really do that. This becomes what, 5? This becomes 14. 14 minus 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's 9. 5 minus 1 is 4. And 4 minus 0 is 4. So the answer that I got was $449.19. Again, $449.19. Do we agree with that? Let me know if y'all understand that and we agree. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
The rest of us, do we understand how I got that? How I got that? 400 and
Yes, sir.
so our net earnings is gonna be $449.19. And that's the full totality of that question. Feels like that took forever, but end up able to get it. Do we understand this? Let me know if you all understand this, please. Let me know if you all get it. Where is Len King or Ricardo? Ricardo, are you there? Where's Ricardo? Ricardo, do you understand how I got $449.19? Good. And Lenice. Lenice, are you there? Where's Lenice? Lenice, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how I got $449.19?
Yes, sir.
All right, explain how I got it. What did I do? Go ahead, Lenice. Lenice, can you hear me? I need you to explain how we got $449.19. I can't hear from Lenice. Liliana, where's Liliana? Liliana, can you hear me? There's Liliana.
Yes, sir.
You have to speak into the mic. I could barely hear you.
Yes, sir.
Good. Do you understand how we got $449.19?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The rest of us, have we already sent in these notes? Let me know, please, before I move it. Have you already sent this in?
Sending it now.
Yes, sir.
Send it now.
Sending it.
Okay. Okay. The rest of us, have you already sent in your work? Let me know, please, if you already sent it before I move on.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You can go back to the last slide, please.
I can't. You sent it in? You mean this, Makia?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The rest of us, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp so we can move on. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. Antoine, have you sent in your workers yet? Yes, Antoine.
Yes, sir.
Good. Shavarian, you sent in your workers yet? Shavarian.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay, let's move on. Can we move on to the next question? Let me know, please. Can move on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So for this next question, you have to be careful. It's not difficult, but you just have to be careful with it. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and begin. I don't think y'all could see that. I have to stop sharing my screen now and share it again. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, so go ahead. What's her name?
Me?
No. Malaya Major. Malaya, can you hear me? Where's Malaya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and read the question, please.
Write down the next two numbers in the sequence. 8.5, 7.5, 8.75, 10, 11.25.
Very good. And Mark, where's Mark? Where's Mark?
So
Read
the question for me, please.
write down the next two numbers in the sequence. 7.5, 8.75, 10, 11.25.
Good. And Nathan Ariska? Go ahead, Nathan. Read the question for me.
Write down the next two numbers in the sequence. 7.5, 8.75, 10, 11.25.
Okay, good. So I think y'all might know the part. Do y'all know how to do the sequence part and stuff? Do y'all know how to do that? I don't know if y'all know how to do them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the next number? What are the next
No,
two
sir.
numbers? What is the next two numbers in the sequence? Just follow the sequence.
1250,
1250,
1250,
1250,
1375,
1375. Say it again. What's it?
1250, then 1375.
That's Devani.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who knows? You could be right. You could be wrong. No one knows. Jemiah. Where's Jemiah? Jemiah Miller. Can you hear me? Jemiah.
Yes, sir.
Do you know how to do this? You know how to find the next two numbers in the sequence? Not sure.
I still trying to figure it out.
Okay. Did y'all figure out what we moving by in each case? Did y'all figure what we would be moving by in each case? Hello? Anyone can answer. Do you know how much we are moving by in each case? Because clearly these numbers are increasing. So we move.
25.
Yes, sir.
Say it again.
25.
How much are we
Yes.
moving by?
25.
How much?
25.
1.25.
1.25.
1.25.
1.25, 25. I had a bunch of stuff.
0.25.
0.25.
0.25.
0.25. All right, a lot of fives. Right?
0.25.
Okay, 0.25.
Oh, it's definitely 1.25.
It's definitely
1.25.
1.25.
Really? All right, that's
1.25.
1.25.
Come on, wait. I
All
see
right.
what they say.
Did Empress say that? 1.25?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if Empress say that, it's definitely wrong.
We're gonna add 1.25 to the last
If
one, which
Empress
is
said it, it's
11.25.
definitely wrong. If Empress said it,
Wow.
Empress. What?
You just said we don't judge.
Yeah, I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
I tell you, Mr. G.
I'm just giving the
You just say we
facts.
don't discriminate.
I'm just giving the facts. Just the facts.
I can give you the first answer if you like.
What's your first answer? I don't know. I know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's probably wrong.
12.5.
12.5.
What's
And
12?
then
All right.
and
So
then 13.75.
okay, we don't want your wrong answers. Empress.
If I get this right, I want a cookie.
All right. So
I have a virtual cookie.
5 minus 0 is what? So we're gonna subtract the 2, right? So I'm gonna subtract them, so I could know like what are we
Okay, that's
increasing by,
5.
right? So 5 minus 0 is what?
5.
5. 7 minus 2 is what?
2.
2. And 8 minus 7 is
1.
1. Oh, it is 1.25. Okay. So in each case, we're moving by what? We're moving by
1.25.
1.25. Very good. Okay. So that means from 7.5 to 1 plus 1.25, that gives us 8.75. But does it follow for each one? So we have to add.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So let's
No.
check. Let's check.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The start one will make it 9, and then I will make it 10. Yes.
You think so? Let's add.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and add 8.75.
Have plenty of virtual cookies.
With 125.
8.75. But we're gonna add 1.25, right?
125.
Let's go ahead and add 1.25. See what we get. Okay, so 1.25. So we add them. Why did I subtract? Oh, I subtract the found. Okay.
Define it.
Yeah, define it. 5 plus 5 is
10.
10.
Carry the 1.
7 plus
10
3
again.
is 10. Yes, that's correct.
10 again. Carry the 1.
And then 8 plus 2 is
10.
10. That's pretty cool. So it's gonna be 10.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So
Yeah,
that means that
you have the 10.
when we add 8.75 and 1.25, we get what? We get 10.
We got
Okay.
10.
And then when we add 10 and 1.25, we got what?
We got 11.25.
We got 11.25. So tell me, how are we gonna get the next number in the sequence? How are we gonna get that? The next number in the sequence.
Add 1.25 to 11.25.
Add 1.25
That'll
to
be 12.50.
12.50. 12.50.
Oh, I didn't
Who
put zero
said
next to
12.50?
mine.
Who said 12.50?
Morris.
Okay, if Miss Morris said it, it gotta be right. All right, so let's go.
Not all the time.
12.50.
That's
All
the
right.
case.
So 12.50. Okay, so 12.50. So how do we add it? Let me go ahead and add it. You have 12.5, 12.5 is still right. Okay, so
5 plus 125.
So 11.25. Okay, 11.25 plus what? Plus 1.25. 1.25. Okay. So there's gonna be 5 plus 5 is 0.
10.
I mean 10.
Carry the 1.
2 plus 2 is 4
5.
plus 1 is 5. Yeah. It becomes 1 plus 1 is
2.
2. 1 plus 0 is 1.
1.
So it's gonna be 12.5.
12.50.
So the answer is 12.5 for the first one.
Yeah.
Now we have to add 1.25 again. And class.
And that would be 13.75.
Let me add it again. What we get?
13.75.
13.75. That's what you get?
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and add it. So we have 12.50 Again, 1250. 1250. Plus what? Plus 1.25. Plus 1.25. 5 plus 0 is 5.
5.
5 plus 2 is 7.
7.
Put the point there.
3.
2 plus 1 is 3.
And 1.
1 plus 0 is 1. Very good. It's going to be 1.75. And so what that means there is that we have 13.75. So the answers are 12.50 and 13.75. How many persons said that before me?
I did.
Before me. How many persons said that before me?
I did.
Devana, Miss Morris. That's pretty good. Only 2 persons. Anyone said that before me? 12.50 and 13.75.
I got you.
Very
I
good.
said it.
Very good.
Excuse me, Miss Ruti.
Go
The
ahead.
app.
Yes.
So if you like say if like you couldn't find out how much like to take away, like you know it was like a fraction or
Yeah.
so you see the take it, try like how would you the easiest way to find out?
The easy way to find out is subtract. So you would say, just like how I did, you would say
Or add?
8.75. No, you subtract to find it. So you'd say 8.75 minus 7.5. That's how we got the 1.5 and 1.25 in the first place. All right. So we say 8.75 minus 7.5.
Would you do that for a fraction too?
Yeah.
Like,
So you subtract the fractions, or you could change it to decimal and then subtract it like that.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Petite,
Go ahead, Empress.
you always just say I always wrong, but I always give you the right answer. How that work?
Just
We
this
got beef?
once. Just this once. Just this once. No, I don't have beef with you.
Sure.
I don't have beef with you. I only have beef with
I'm
just
non-existent.
just know I don't have beef.
I'm non-existent.
Who
right.
needs to know? They need to be dealt with immediately.
They know who they are. They know who they are. All right, take a picture of your
Mr.
work and
Petit.
send it to me. Yeah, what's up?
Mr.
Take a-
Petit, me and you go fight. We go
Take
fight.
a picture of your work and send it to me, baby. Where's Antoine?
Miss
Antoine.
Rutila.
Antoine. How you doing, Antoine? Are you gonna be in the on your best behavior today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. This one is pretty simple. Do y'all understand this? Let me know if y'all understand this. I don't think this was difficult.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Nevaeh? Nevaeh, do you understand this? Where's Nevaeh? Nevaeh. Do you understand this, Nevaeh? Nevaeh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how I got this? Nevaeh, can you hear me?
Pardon?
Do you understand
sir.
how I got my answers? I can't hear you, Nevaeh. Do you understand? Or you need
Did
to
you
Yeah, I'm asking you, do you understand how I got my answers?
yes, sir, something like that. Like
Explain it. Explain how I got 1250 and 13.75.
you added like no, I don't.
No? So in each case, right? So they gave us a sequence, right? So, and in each case, we added what? So in order to move from 7.5 to 8.5, we added what?
1.5.
125 or 1.25. And in order to move from 8.75 to 10, what did we add?
Another 125.
Good. And then we move in order to get from 10 to 11.25, we added what?
I don't want 25.
So in order to move from 11.25 to this one, what do you think we should add?
125.
Very good. So in each case, we have to add by 125 or 1.25. And that's how we got 1250 and 375 because we added 125 in each case. And that's how you do questions like this. You figure out what number which number occurs often, which number is used repeatedly, and you figure out the pattern and then you add by that each time. That makes sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In some cases, you might have to subtract, but in this case, we add. All right, let's go ahead and do our last and final question. How should I make this? Easy, difficult, medium? Should we go with a buying?
Easy.
Go with a bang.
Easy? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy? Or should we go with a buying? We should really make this
Mr.
nice.
Petit, right now, I'm
Easy.
tired, so I can get some easy.
Easy? What? All right.
Yes, so.
Let's just do
Medium
it.
and
Let's just do it and see how it goes, all right? So hopefully y'all know how to do these questions. Well,
I ain't going to bed yet.
you ain't going to bed yet? That's fine. What I want us to do is this question. Okay. I want us to do this question, even though we're supposed to do this tomorrow, but let's do this now. So it's gonna be our last one for the night. So we don't have to do this tomorrow. We can skip this tomorrow. That makes sense. So last question. There goes nothing. Each figure below has a line of symmetry. Draw in the line of
Yeah, I'm
symmetry.
skipping. I can't.
You would skip
can't
this?
even write that.
You would skip this? Come on, this is too
That's
easy.
not possible.
Yeah,
Does that say
ETC? Mr. Petit, what is this?
Yeah, I can't
Each
do
figure
this.
drawn
Mr. T, I
below
cannot
has
get
a
this right
line
now.
of symmetry.
You guys can do
This is
this, man. This is
easy.
easy.
This is easy, light stuff, light work. In the blink of an
Oh,
eye,
I
right?
talking about the writing. No, I talking about the writing of the letters, not the working.
Oh, you mean the lighting of the letters? Yeah, do your
Mr.
best.
T, I cannot physically write that. That's alien writing.
That's easy. All you need to do is form the letters properly or trace. All right, what do we mean by line of symmetry? What do we mean by line of symmetry? What is meant by line of symmetry? I think we've been over this.
Divide it equally in half.
Say it again.
You know, like, listen, Petit, you know, I can't draw.
Do your best. What do you mean by line of symmetry, class?
To divide it equally in
A
half.
line.
Go
a
ahead.
line that divides the shape. A line that divides the shape into two mirror image.
Very good. That's the perfect definition. So a line of symmetry is going to be a line that divides the shape into two equal parts, such that one side is exactly identical to the other side, or such that one side is a mirror image of the other side, or such that one side, when you take that line of symmetry and fold the image on the line of symmetry, one side folds exactly on top of the other. That's what I mean by line of symmetry. So how many lines of symmetry does this E have? How many lines of symmetry? One. Only one?
One.
All right, so let's draw it in. So the line of symmetry is going to go in the middle, right? So let's go in the middle. It's going to be right there in the middle like that. Good. That's our line of symmetry,
No.
right?
No.
That's our line of symmetry, right?
No, it's not.
No? No?
No, so it's in between.
No?
But it's
But you all tell me in the
But it's
middle. You all tell me in the middle. So
No, the
I'm
other
gonna
way.
go. I'm gonna go in the middle. What you mean the other way?
like put it on the side.
Horizontally.
Horizontally. Okay. Okay. I got it. I got it now. All right. Good. So let's go ahead and do this. So the line of symmetry for this one is going to be. They tell me to do it horizontally. So let me go ahead and draw this. And it's going to be horizontal like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. That's a line of symmetry. Next. You see how easy that was? The line of symmetry was drawn very easily, right? So it's easy, so don't make it hard. All right. Next, we have to do the line of symmetry for someone. Mic is on. Some people mics are open. Line of symmetry for T. How many lines of symmetry does T have? Line of symmetry for T.
One.
One. Where is it? Where is it, and how are we gonna draw it?
Vertically.
Vertically. So it's gonna be like this, right? In the middle, right? Cut in half.
Yes.
Does this shape have a line of symmetry? This one, does this shape
Yes,
have a...
sir.
Yes, sir.
What? This shape right here, does it have a line of symmetry?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Really? Where are we gonna put this line of symmetry? So
Diagonally.
In Pac-Man mode.
Diagonally.
diagonally.
From the middle.
No, like
It's like a 90-degree
Like
angle.
on the side where
Like a 90-degree angle? Like a 90-degree angle? So you mean like...
In
No, like we-
corner of the 90-degree angle.
the corner we go straight down.
Oh, I got you. I understand. So like this.
No, like
no.
rotate it.
Oh, rotated.
Like
got,
put it directly in the corner.
I got you. I understand.
Not all the way rotated, but a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, I understand. Makes sense. You mean from here? Okay, so let's go ahead and do
Yes,
this.
sir.
So like this.
No, sir.
No. That's not
Go like
Wow.
man, go diagonally, but like the next way.
Okay, diagonally, but the next way. So you mean cloud drawings? You mean maybe something like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean like this.
You said that the last 2 times.
Like this?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, so this is how you draw a
Mr.
line.
Bati, I have a question
Go
about
ahead.
the first one.
Yes.
So
Go ahead.
like I don't know if like did you draw these diagrams?
Oh, the page is kind of slant. So if you're talking about that,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's
Because I was
kind
gonna
of,
say like the bottom line is kind of slanted, so like I don't know if it was gonna be symmetrical at all, but I just have to ask just to make
yeah,
sure.
it's kind of, the shapes are kind of weird. So just imagine it imagine it as a perfect E. All right. So it's kind of weird. The stuff. So all right. So again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. And we can move on from here. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Say it again. Say it again.
No, I thought you was gonna move it. That's why I thought you was gonna move it, so I was asking if you would wait.
Oh, wait. Why am I waiting? Why am I waiting?
Never mind.
Okay. You trying to beef Antoine?
No, sir, Mr. Peter. I'm Mr. Peter always trying to start something with somebody.
That's not true. That's not true, man.
Yes, it is.
That is not true. This is an equal opportunity class where everyone is treated with dignity.
That's a lie.
Respect, love, care, and all that stuff. Okay. Okay, so what I want us to do is I want us to go on to English because I have a very good topic today. Probably one of my favorite topics in English. So let's go ahead.
It's my kryptonite.
All right, so yeah, I really want to do this. Hopefully we get a good understanding on what these things are and how we could, go ahead and deal with them. So, okay, good. All right, so, okay, so are we done with this? Let me know, please, if you're done. We're gonna move on
Yes,
to
sir.
English language, and so we're gonna, good. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you all and begin. So what we're gonna be looking at today is what? My name is Mr. Petit. Today is what? Monday the 31st of March. Is this the last day in March? I think it is. The subject is, of
Yes, it
course,
is.
English language.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Tomorrow's the 1st of April.
Tomorrow is the 1st of April.
April Fool. Mhm.
Okay.
Mr. Petit, we should prank you and just like Nana show up to class tomorrow.
That'll be a good prank. That'll be a good prank. Until your parents find out that you ain't come to class and you get beaten. All right, so I want to do today. I want us to do. What is this? I want us to do today is what? I want us to do logical. The last thing we did was the listening comprehension. And how was that listening comprehension last time? Was it, did y'all find it easy or medium or difficult? How was it for y'all? Listening comprehension that we did. I think it was about a donkey.
That's good.
It was okay.
It was okay. Should we do one more listening comprehension, or y'all think y'all pretty good with the listening comprehension stuff?
You could do
one more.
Here.
You should do one more.
We're pretty good.
I was in here.
Okay. So we need to do another listening comprehension. We might do it on Wednesday. All right.
Okay.
We might do it on Wednesday. If not Wednesday, next week, Monday. But I have to do it. Where's Ziana? Ziana, are you there?
Do we have spring break?
Where's Ziana? Ziana? Ziana Bo? Ziana Bo, can you hear me? Where's Ziana? I see a message in the chat, but you have to respond to me. I'm not hearing from you. Ziana Bo. All right, so today we're going to be looking at logical fallacy. All right, logical fallacy and logical fallacies. And have any of you ever learned about logical fallacies before?
No, sir.
No.
I never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Anyone else? Like, anyone else have ever learned about logical fallacies? Or never ever heard of the term?
No.
Okay. So basically, let me just okay, let's define it then. Just define what do we mean by a fallacy. So a fallacy is an error in reasoning. An error in reasoning. That's what a fallacy is, an error in reasoning. So in your essay, do you think you want fallacies or you think you do not want fallacies?
Don't.
I can't hear y'all. And in our essays, do you think we want fallacies or we don't want fallacies? We don't want fallacies. And so in order for you to avoid the fallacies, we have to know what they are, right? So in our essays, so when writing our essays, we need to avoid logical fallacies because this can cause our grades to go down. So a logical fallacy is not a grammatical error, you know. It's not that you put the punctuation in the wrong place or, it's not that. It's just that your reasoning or your argument or your position just don't make no sense, right? I mean, you said everything right. You said the right words. You said your grammar is right. The punctuation is right. The spelling of every word is right. But still, it just don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And so we want to avoid not only grammatical errors, right, which is important for us to avoid, but we want
So
to
it's like writing.
but we want to also avoid errors in reasoning, right? Now, anyone ever heard the word common sense? Anyone ever heard the word common sense?
Always.
Okay. What does common sense mean? Let me see.
Like the basic
Basic
knowledge. That
knowledge.
you just
Basic
have.
knowledge.
That's common.
Okay, sense that. Do you think everyone have common sense? Or you think that
Automatically knows up.
No, sir.
No,
sir.
no, no?
Everybody have it, they just don't use it.
Everybody have it, they don't use it. All right.
Common sense ain't too common.
Very true, very true, very true, very
Common sense is not common. Yeah, I
Common
mean,
sense is not that common.
That's so true.
so the thing is that when you are, so a logical fallacy is when you write something and it just ain't, it don't make sense. It just doesn't pass the common sense test, right? That's what we mean by a logical fallacy, right? And some of you in your writing might do logical fallacies. And you go to your teacher and say, Miss Pratt, I all these words spell right. This is the right meaning of the word. Da 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 da. And comes to find out your essay, not that it's grammatically wrong, it just don't make sense. And so we want to avoid errors in reasoning. And sometimes we do errors in reasoning, and we don't even know that we do it. And it's a lot that we do. So we have to make sure that we avoid these logical fallacies, all right? So the first logical fallacy, or the first type of logical fallacies would be generalizations. Generalizations is the first logical fallacy. Any generalization is a logical fallacy. It's an error in reasoning, and you should not have it in your exam. So let's go ahead. And so the first type of logical fallacy that we have is going to be we call sweeping generalization. Sweeping generalization, right? Sweeping generalizations. Now, when we say sweeping generalization, you know what a broom is. You know how to sweep. I'm sure everyone in here have swept the floor before, right? Hopefully. I hope. I'm not sure about that. But some of you have vacuums and stuff. And have any of you ever swept, have all of you have ever swept a floor before, right? You have ever like broom sweep, you know?
Yeah.
I ain't talking about no
Yes,
vacuum. I'm talking about actual
So-
broom sweep, you know, sweat, you know? Okay, I was only
Yes,
like
sir.
3 persons. But when you sweep something, you carry what? Everything with it. So a sweeping generalization is assigning an attribute to an entire class of people, objects, or making absolute statements without any what? Evidence. That's what I mean by sweeping generalization. When you make a broad statement based on little or no evidence. Okay. So let me give you an example of a sweeping generalization. Bahamian talk shows are what? What could you say about Bahamian talk shows?
Funny. It's
Bahamian talk shows are funny. What else? What do you say? What could you say about Bahamian talk shows?
They're very non-filtered, ghetto.
They're very vulgar. So Bahamian talk shows are vulgar, non-filtered. What? What else?
Funny
Funny. Okay.
or jokey, you could say.
Or jokey.
Or hilarious.
Interesting. Hilarious. What's your favorite Bahamian talk show?
Chaotic.
If you listen to them stuff. There's a guy, I can't remember his name. Rodney Monka should be one. Everyone should know. Everyone probably
Oh,
knows.
he's just hilarious. Something right with him.
That's just generosity.
So Bahamian talk shows are, let's say, are too politically biased and emotionally charged. Okay. Bahamian talk shows are too politically biased and emotionally. Is that a complete sentence? Bahamian talk shows are too politically biased and emotionally charged. Is that a complete sentence? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It is a complete sentence.
Yes.
Are there any grammatical errors in this particular, statement? Is there anything grammatically wrong? Is there any spelling that's wrong? Right?
Biased.
Grammatical errors. Oh, bias is spelled wrong? Bias is spelled right. Are there any grammatical errors in this sentence?
No, sir.
No.
For some reason that looked wrong to me.
Yeah, bias is spelled right. So the sentence is not grammatically wrong in any way. It's not, it's a complete sentence, a complete thought, but is it a generalization? Is it true that all Bahamian talk shows are biased and emotionally charged?
Not all.
Not all, right?
No.
Okay, so why we say Bahamian talk shows are too politically biased and emotionally charged? So what could we say? So is this a sweeping generalization? The same sentence. Is this a generalization?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
It is. Should we have generalizations in our writing? Should we have generalization? No. So what could we say to fix
I
this?
think you don't have proof or evidence to back it up.
Yeah, unless we have proof or unless we have proof to back it up. What could we say to fix this? Instead of saying Bahamian talk shows are too politically biased and emotionally charged, you could say most, okay, majority, some, a lot, many, right? But just to say Bahamian talk shows are too politically biased and emotionally charged, I don't think it's a few. I think it's a lot. But many, right? So Bahamian talk shows are too politically biased and emotionally charged. That is an example of a sweeping generalization. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and give me another one. So people use these generalizations and they think they're just all right. In the Bahamas, we like to generalize everything. So, but this is not right. We can't just make a sweeping statement. Next one, professors at the University of the Bahamas are what? Could you all say? Or what?
Obnoxious.
Obnoxious. Obnoxious. That's a generalization for sure. Are what? Are very
straightforward.
Very straightforward, very dedicated, and willing to go beyond the call of duty.
Best game ever. Call
All right.
of Duty.
Boy. All right, so professors at the University of the Bahamas are very dedicated and are willing to go beyond the call of duty. Is this a generalization? Is this a sweeping generalization? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is a sweeping.
Yes, sir.
Why is it a sweeping generalization?
Because not all is go beyond it.
Because what?
Not all is willing to.
Because not all are willing to. Now, unless you have data to say that, then you could say that, but that's a generalization, and that is a logical fallacy. All right, so you wanna exclude logical fallacies from your writing because it makes you sound that you are not aware of how life really is. So not all are very good, not all are very bad. So you're gonna have to quantify most, some, a lot. I know a few, right? You have to start off later. You can't just say professors at the University of Bahamas go beyond the call of duty. That's not true. Not all of them do. All right. Same thing with Bayman talk shows. So this is an example of a generalization, a sweeping generalization. All right. All right. So next, and you should exclude them from your writing. The next type of logical fallacy is going to be stereotype. 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 What is stereotyping? What does that mean? That's a generalization based on gender, religion, nationality, race, age, or sexual orientation. That is stereotype. So stereotype is another logical fallacy. Okay. And so, yes, give an example. So the example would be what? Example would be, give me one second, class. One moment. Oh, great. Never mind. The stereotype. Oopsies. So if I said women are what? That's a good one.
Bad drivers.
Women are what?
Smarter than men.
Wait. That is crazy. Chai.
Scientifically, women are smarter than men.
Chai. Where's
It's
Chai?
just
No, Chai.
that
No.
mostly used one.
No, Chai. That's exactly the example I have written. Literally. That's literally the example I have. Wow. Women are bad drivers. All right. Is that true or is that false? Is that true or is that false? Is that true or is that false?
That is false.
Oh my goodness.
That is false.
That's true.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true. Okay.
As the mayor right now, because my mother
That is so false. I mean, when you see people in accidents, who would it mostly be? Let's be real. Who is it?
Men.
Women. Give me the last accident with a man inside.
and an impossible.
Them parcels who's be driving, who's be overtaking, cutting you off. Who they usually be? Let's be honest.
Women.
That's bad.
They defeat a YN.
Alright, I'm supposed to speak God, not to break them up.
All right. So this is what we call a what? This is a, what is this?
Stereotype.
It's a stereotype. A stereotype. Should you include it in your writing?
No, sir.
No, you should not do it. You should not do it. Because not all women are what? Bad drivers. Okay. So that's
Yeah,
true. So we cannot, this is a stereotype based on what? A stereotype based on what?
Woman driving.
Based on what?
I mean,
On other people's opinion.
Start with G.
Generalization.
Based on gender. Based on gender. Give me a stereotype for men. Give me a stereotype for men.
they can't cook.
Men can't cook. That's right.
That's a lie.
That's right.
That's a lie.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is a
Most men
lie.
lie.
That is a lie.
Most
That's you
That's
said.
a lie. I can make
If men can cook, you mean one
I
thing
can
is
make
that
chicken.
have to be
I can make
Men
I literally like put
rice.
sugar. I
cannot.
may be putting chicken flavored noodles inside my microwave and thing.
Men cannot cook. Is that true? Is that true?
No,
No, sir.
we get Gordon Ramsay inside the
No, sir.
building, bro.
All right, that's what I'm
You
talking.
say some men.
You could say a small few, a small few.
No,
The
some
best cook around the world is a man.
Small
I
few.
don't know not
small-
one woman who's a female chef.
I know I am
That's
part of
true.
that small few.
All I know is famous chefs that are men. That's all I know. Ramsay's.
Gordon
You are
Ramsay.
That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know.
Enjoy. I don't know.
All right.
Famous girl.
That's a stereotype based on gender. Give me a stereotype based on
Yeah.
that I know. I don't. Give me a stereotype based on nationality.
Stinky.
Sliss.
Black people ghetto.
No, that's
Slave.
race.
They say nationality.
Nationality. What's wrong with you?
What you talking about?
Nationality.
They say Indian smelly. I ain't say that though.
British
That's
people drink.
Indians are smelly. Come on,
I
y'all.
ain't say
They
that.
don't like you.
People
They
is
don't-
smelly.
I never met no.
British
Oh,
people have cooking.
I met an Indian teacher before. They didn't smell bad.
Okay. Give me
Asians
another
are
one.
bad as
Majority of them do not like deodorant.
Miss Morris.
Chinese Costco.
Give me a
I
stereotype.
be around a lot. I'm telling you, they say that deodorant is gonna cost this and cost that, so most of them do not use deodorant.
All right, give me a stereotype for Chinese. Chinese stereotype. What is a Chinese
bad
stereotype?
eyesight.
They
Bad
don't.
eyesight.
They have bad accent.
Can't
They
drive.
like eating your pep.
Chinese.
Bad eyesight.
Dog.
Chinese
They
is
have
eat.
accent.
Chinese
Like
eat.
eating your pep.
They
All
do not
Chinese is
Like
like
eating your
dog.
pep.
they
Chinese is
yeah.
eat.
See nothing.
Wait. That is not
They
a
cannot see.
that is not a
They have a bad
stereotype.
eyesight.
That is not a Chinese eat cats
They
and
is
dogs.
eat dog.
That is not a
They is eat
stereotype. That is a fact.
Chinese people
They
have
do
bad
not
accent.
all Chinese people.
Chinese people have bad accents.
Be careful before you get
Thank
cancer.
God I'm eating Chinese. Thank God I'm eating.
I know, right? But that's a stereotype, right? Is it true that at every Chinese shop you can find cats and dogs in the back there that they kill? Is that true?
Yup, that is very much.
Those
You
dogs.
will, but you do find them
Yes,
where
sir.
they pretend that that's their pet.
All right,
So-
that is not true, right?
It might slide
Um,
one little inside your.
What are
orange.
some stereotypes against do they have stereotypes against Christians? Any stereotypes against Christians?
I don't think so.
Oh, I have a good one.
Yeah,
Pastors. I give one. Pastors, Christian pastors like money. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one. Is that
They
true?
say that for Jews.
Is that
You
true?
are
They say
all
that
of them.
Yes, you see that man who locked the door?
Who
Yeah,
You see the
he
man
say
who locked
close
the
man?
door?
I would have
He
never
locked it,
seen
even
you
in
with
the
Who
a
Telegram.
man?
Say
Who
they
man
can't
locked
come
the
with Jelly
doors,
Bean.
man? Who that is? Who that
I'm
is?
telling you.
the
One
with Susan
American man.
came.
I think his name is
He
Mark.
locked the doors
Died
and forced him to pay.
from.
Never would have paid it.
Yes, never would have made it. Him.
Never would have paid it.
Yes, that's him. Marvin Sapp.
Marvin Saps. Yes, that's a bad look. All right. So just because one pastor do it, should we do that for all pastors? Can we say all pastors are thieves?
No, sir.
No.
Never seen no other pastor ever say lock the door.
So we could say some, but we can't say all, right? So stereotype is another generalization. You can't use stereotypes. All right. How about give me a stereotype on age? A stereotype on age.
PG-13.
The older you are,
the
the wiser you are.
I can't drive.
So old people are wise. Is that a stereotype? Or is that
No.
Not necessarily.
I
Yeah.
mean, they have
You
more
have to
experience, but
correct us
not
sometimes.
necessarily because
Some
some
are more immature
like,
than the young.
kids and
Okay.
teenagers can be more mature than adults.
all right? Young people of the day have no respect for their elders. Is that a stereotype or is
Oh,
that
that's
true?
facts.
That's facts. I think that's a
Oh,
fact. I think that's a
Dinosaur.
fact. Case in
Oh,
point.
yes, it is.
Some of them.
Case in point. Alea, Antoine.
Mr. Viti. Mr. Viti. Yeah,
Yeah, right now, Octave, I say anything bad to Octave, she wouldn't slap me.
All right. Give me a stereotype on nationality of the Haitians. I need some stereotype.
All the Haitians are in
They like to
All Haitians come on, bro.
have a lot of children.
Haitians like to have a lot of children. That's a fact. Gosh, that's a fact.
All them come by boat.
All them come by boat. Haitians come by boat.
All they come by boat.
Haitians come by. Haitians are smelly. That's a good one.
They also always on fire.
Mr.
They
Petit,
also
I
on
feel like,
fire.
Mr. Petit,
Yes.
I feel like these just things you want to say, but you don't want to get canceled for it, so you just make it as a generalization.
I mean, it's a stereotype. I mean, I'm just teaching a lesson. YouTube. All right, but those are. I don't think we should get mad at stereotypes. I think, but you should not use it in your writing. Like you could say it in talking, like but you shouldn't use it in your writing. Should not use it in your writing. So you could say some, a few, a lot, many, but you shouldn't use it. You shouldn't use stereotypes, sweeping generalization in your writing. You should not use it. All right. Because it's a what? It's a fallacy. It's a logical error. It's an error in reasoning. All right. A next type of generalization is what we call a hasty generalization. Hasty generalization. This is another fallacy. Hasty generalization. When we say hasty, what does hasty mean? Hasty
Quick, fast.
quick, fast,
Fast,
yes.
quick.
Hasty generalization, yes. That's what I mean by hasty.
That's actually a last name.
For real? Someone last name is Hasty?
Mr. Hasty, that's my own.
Really?
Yeah, bro, he barely didn't like him. That's all I
Hasty.
can say.
A generalization, based on inadequate or not a lot, inadequate evidence. So if you don't have a lot of evidence, you can't make a statement because it's a hasty generalization. You have to wait, right? So hasty generalization. So let's give an example. My example is I went to, where did I go? I just remember, I tell you lies, I live in Dubai, so so I went to Dubai and I met a young person who was very rude. Therefore, everyone in Dubai is rude and disrespectful. What do we call that? Does that even make sense? Like, does that even make sense?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
No, because you ain't give proof.
I have my proof. I met someone there.
Yeah,
It
but
was
that's only
very
one
rude.
person.
Say it again, Miss Morris. That's
Everybody
only
do
what?
by one person.
That's only. That's
Where
only
you been,
one.
Dubai?
Say it again.
Where you been, Dubai?
I was in Dubai. I in Dubai right now. So
Nah,
I
Mr.
went to Dubai. I met a young person who's very rude and disrespectful. Therefore, everyone is very rude and disrespectful. Is that a generalization or is that a correct statement? What is it?
A generalization.
Generalization. Why is it wrong? Why is this an error in reasoning? Why does it make no sense?
Because seeing everybody is rude. That's only one person.
I only met one person. And the same thing with people that do to the church. They say, oh, everybody in the church is a hypocrite. I know Aunt Joe, she's a hypocrite and she's a Christian. So everyone who's a Christian is every Christian is a hypocrite. That is a what? A hasty what? Generalization. Why? That's only one person you know, Aunt Susie, who's a hypocrite. Or you may find a few of them, or some persons who are hypocrites who are Christians. Not all, right? So you can't say that. Same thing with any type of hasty generalization. You come to a place, one person is rude and mean. That doesn't mean everybody is going to be rude and mean. But that doesn't mean that everyone, you're going to have to encounter with everyone. So you can't have a hasty generalization. At my first semester at UB, after my first semester at UB, I would argue that this is the best university in the region. After my first semester at UB, I would argue that this is the best university in the region. Is that a correct statement, or is that a hasty generalization?
A hasty generalization.
Why?
A hasty generalization.
Because what other university you been to?
Exactly.
Other than UB.
Exactly. And not only that, that's only after my first semester. I had the next semester, than that. That's only after my first semester. So it's a hasty generalization. Why? Because it is, I made it too quick. Okay. Good. And then the last type of logical reasoning, or have you all ever said any generalization, or y'all know people who do generalizations?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now you know not to do it, at least in writing. In regular speech, we speak in generalizations, but in exams, do not.
Excuse me, is racism a part of hasty generalization?
That's stereotype. Racism is more stereotype. But it could form a part of it, but it's more stereotype than hasty generalization. All right. Oversimplification. So oversimplification is another type of logical error or logical fallacy. So oversimplification, it omits or deletes relevant considerations about an issue to suggest an overly simple cause or solution to a complex problem. Oversimplification omits relevant considerations about an issue to suggest an overly simple cause or solution to a complex problem. All right, so give me an example. The government is not tackling crime properly. In order to get rid of all crime, we need to what? We need to do?
Capital punishment.
Give harsher sentences.
We need the what?
Bring back capital punishment.
We need to hang people.
Yes.
We need to
Or
hang.
beat them with the cat is
We
something.
need to hang every criminal. My.
Not every. You can see all that drastic.
I mean, like,
That's
cause some people
penalty.
can commit a crime,
What if
like
they get framed?
running a red light or
We
something
need to
Yeah.
like
bring the
that. You don't
death
gotta hang them
penalty.
for
They
that.
get
You ain't gonna hang up
framed.
for
What if
that?
someone lied in there?
All right, let's go. Hang all murders then. Hang all murderers. Hang all
What if they get framed too?
No show of the date.
hang all rapists or hang all murderers? What is the rapists?
Rapist.
I agree
Rapist.
with that.
Okay, hang all rapists. Okay.
I agree.
Rapist and
You agree?
pedophile.
Rapists and pedophiles. Okay, cool. All right. So R. Kelly would be hanged. That's what you're telling me.
Yep. He gone. Diddy
He
too.
will be gone.
Diddy too. The
What?
Diddy, he gone.
Allegedly.
Diddy done in jail.
Allegedly. He's already in jail?
Yeah,
He's
so
out on bail.
Mr. D, he lawyer quit on him.
His lawyer.
His lawyer say his lawyer like dropped the case. His lawyer didn't want to be in that no more.
What? Wow, it's crazy when your lawyer leave you.
I think he in police custody,
Because
but he
they
don't have a
finding
lawyer,
out
so
a
he may
lot
have to
of
get a criminal
evidence.
public defender.
Oh wow, that's insane. His
They
lawyer's
finding
like,
more and more evidence.
his lawyer's like, well, all right. The government is not tackling crime properly. In order to get rid of all crime, we need to hang all rapists. Why is this an oversimplification? Why is this an oversimplification?
Not every criminal is a rapist.
Because not every criminal is a rapist. So what does it does? This tries to, so remember we said that go ahead, you have a input? Okay. Remember we said that oversimplification is when you give an overly simplified solution to a complex problem. Crime is a complex problem. You can't just say hang all rapists and then you expect the crime problem to just vanish. It's a complex problem. Crime starts from the home. Crime starts from what you watch, what you see, people's intentions, revenge, and all them stuff, right? So all those things are
just go look at
factors.
their search history, please.
Oh, yeah, all those things are factors that contribute to crime. So you can't just say, hey, just hang all rapists, and you expect all crime to cease, right? So that's an overly simplified solution to a complex problem. All right, and so
some people even get charged, didn't even do the crime.
Exactly, and some people who get charged for the crime don't even do the crime. So you have corrupt judges, you have some corrupt judges and some corrupt lawyers. I mean, shoots, a lot of things happen and all you need is money and then you could get away, right, escape. And so the balance is not scaled right. So there's a lot of things that contribute to more crime, not just, just hang all rapists. That's not going to solve the problem entirely. But will it mitigate some things? I would argue it would. But it's not going to solve the whole crime problem. And so oversimplification is when you give a simplified solution to a complex problem, or when you try to give a simplified cause to a complex problem. Okay? So what is a complex problem? Let's say crime epidemic is a complex problem. Let's say obesity. Obesity is a complex problem that we find in the Bahamas a lot. Obesity, overweight, stuff like that. That's a big problem. Heart disease, all them stuff, right?
Other complex though.
The reason why I say it's because you can't just do one thing and it mitigate everything, right? So for example, let me give you a prime example. So overweight, obesity is a complex problem. So in order to solve overweight and obesity, let's just remove all sodas from schools. Will that solve
Personally, I would die.
Will that solve the overweight and obesity problem?
No, because they could buy it from the store, they could buy it from school.
Exactly, it doesn't solve it, right? So when you try to give a big problem a simple solution, that's oversimplifying it. Or when you try to give it an overly simple cause. All right. For example, a complex problem would be, let's go again with crime, right? Okay, the reason why persons commit crime is because of the games that they play, right? Now, is that the only reason why we have crime in the nation? I don't think so. I think that gaming plays a part, but I don't think that's the only reason. So when you try to give a simple, overly simple cause to a big problem, or overly simple solution to a big problem, then it's an oversimplification. So the question is, Mr. Petit, how do we give solutions to complex problems? Well, the first thing you have to say inside your essay is that, hey, this is a big problem. In order to help mitigate it, you're not going to solve it entirely, but in order to help mitigate crime, all right, we need to be careful of what our boys are watching. We need to be careful of what they are seeing as role models. We need to be careful of, where they go at night and stuff. Those things will mitigate the things, right? Fatherless homes and all them stuff. Those things will mitigate crime. It won't solve the problem entirely, but it'll help mitigate it for sure. So being clear in how you explain things is very important. Not just saying, hey, do this, and the whole thing will be resolved. That means that you don't have common sense, all right? So you want to be very careful that you tackle it in a rigorous way, understanding that certain things just take time, effort, multiple layers of solutions, multiple layers of problems, and you have to unpeel each one of them. All right. So do we have this written down? Let me know if y'all have this written down as yet. Let me know if y'all have this written down as yet.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Give me one example of a generalization. One example of a generalization. You have what?
Sweeping generalization.
Sweeping generalization. What else?
Stereotype.
Stereotype. Very good. What else?
Hasty generalization.
Hasty generalization and oversimplification.
Oversimplification.
Very good. So you have sweeping generalization, stereotype, hasty generalization, and oversimplification. Those are your ones that you have. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. All right. All right, let's move on from this. Okay, once you're done, then you can leave. Again, once you're done, you can leave. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're done, you can leave. And I'll see you all on tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Good night, Mr.
Good night, good night.
Good night.
Good night, good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, let me go ahead and end the meeting. Where's Ziana? Ziana, where's Ziana? Ziana. Okay, let me go ahead and stop sharing. Let me end the meeting.
See you tomorrow by God's grace.
You too, you too. No problem.
Good night.
Good night, good
See you
night.
tomorrow by God's
Good
grace.
night. Yes, likewise. Let me go ahead and end the recording. Stop recording.